Take it away, Erika.
Awesome, thank you. So yeah, about several months ago, I decided that I had wanted to move to the Bay Area, start a company. I spent the past 10 years building data pipelines, machine learning models, and clean rooms for Fortune 500 companies. And I was like, okay, now I want to start a company. And I decided this is what I was going to do. So I packed up all my things and moved to the Bay Area. When I got here, I didn't know anyone. And I remember being like thinking very vividly, I need to create a network. That's how I need to connect with people in the Bay Area. And I met someone who said I should do Inception. I couldn't find anything about it online. And then I met with John and Mike. And I remember very vividly that first meeting with John where he was like, telling me about how the cohorts are made, how they pick the different people that get to be in the cohorts, how it's a very rigorous process. And all of it just made so much sense to me. So I came from Harvard and they have several entrepreneurial programs. They have one in the business school, they have one in the engineering school. And I'm sure you can imagine like the problems of that. There's a lot of business students that are creating incredible ideas and then they have no one to build their product for them. And then in the engineering school, they're coming up with all these really innovative projects and they can't sell them. So what John said is like, yeah, what we do is we take business students and we take engineering students, we combine them or engineering professionals, and we combine them together so they can create powerful companies. And I noticed that during my cohort in cohort 7, it was in November, and I was just paired with the most incredible people. So after that cohort, I was in a U.S. Department of Defense incubator program, and a lot of the frameworks that we learned within that cohort, I have used throughout my company. And we have made pivots. Those pivots are due to those frameworks that we learned that weekend in the Inception retreats. So we did the showcase event for the U.S. Department of Defense. We ended up winning it based on the templates and the frameworks that I had used from my Inception cohort retreat. We then were introduced to the U.S. Department of Defense, the Fort Liberty, and they gave us their data, surprisingly, very early stage. We built a POC for them. We were then invited to present just 2 weeks ago. We flew out to North Carolina, presented this POC to the government. And then just yesterday, we were introduced to another fort in Houston. We also won the Berkeley FedTech Hackathon, which then introduced us to the state of California. We were able to build a solution for the state of California. We were invited to Sacramento to present that just 2 weeks ago. And then now we are also building out on the commercial side as well as the government side. So what is Daxe? We build data security for generative AI. Essentially, it is a secure environment where highly regulated industries can leverage the use case of AI without it being leaked to OpenAI or Microsoft or them having their data. It's a very, very secure environment. It's within their own infrastructure. We now are building out a solution, kind of like a SOC 2 compliant security in a box. We have 100 companies that are on the wait list for this product. We have 4 engineers that we are using to work on this product. And we're very excited about the growth that we've been able to have due in large part to our experience working in Inception. So thank you so much. I also just wanted to say that the people in Inception are truly good people. Every network and powerful introduction that I have had, I can trace it back to John in some way. Like I was introduced to Flagstar Bank, who then introduced me to Folly, who then I went to a dinner where they introduced me to some powerful investors. And it's all like traced back to that first introduction that John had given me. And I know that's true for all of the other Inception individuals in this room, where it's a community where we all help each other, where we all are like, let me make that introduction for you, let me help you. And that's truly the power of Inception. So thank you so much to Mike and John.
Thanks so much. Yeah, and I mean the reality of it is like I mean it goes far beyond like Mike and I and the other organizers as well, because now it's like we have a big community, and like I mean in general everyone within Inception, there's like the people are very helpful to one another. I think you'll see that, and people could go out of the way there to help, because it's kind of like we're all in this kind of this thing together, and we're we're all trying to do these impossible things like building startups in this space. So that has been fantastic.